What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video, and today we're going to talk about collections, specifically how to get them done for cheaper. Now, at the time of this video, you are still not able to quick sell regular duplicates. For example, if I only have one single Jose Iglesias, I'm not able to quick sell it. I'm not going to be able to exchange it. They may change this in the future, but at this time of this video, that is not able to be done. But before we get into this one, make sure to leave a like down below on this video if you guys do enjoy, or it helps you out. Really helps me out with the channel, helping the videos grow. As well, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet. Put out a lot of great videos so far. Have a lot of bangers yet to come. Really excited, really happy with MLB 20 so far. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and start diving into this one. The first thing that I want to talk about is pretty important, and it could shave a couple thousand stubs off each collection that you do, and I really recommend that you do it. It is going to be within the team affinity programs. For this example, I'm just going to take the Rockies, I guess. And what I'm talking about in this scenario is doing these missions. If you play 250 innings with Rocky players and do this statistical mission, this one in particular, home runs with Rocky third base, shortstop, and right fielders, which can be done within 250 innings, even if you don't have Arenado or Trevor Story. All you have to do is load up your entire team with bronzes, silvers, whatever you have as far as Rocky players go. Have your entire team loaded up, all 8 positions, as well as your pitcher. That'll count for 81 total innings within a play versus computer game, which you go into the extended play. Play the Orioles on rookie, and that is going to take you about 4 games if you do it right. Score a couple runs, then bunt through the rest of the game. Obviously, we're trying to get that stat mission alongside it, so try and keep count on how many more of those that you have. Just have like a piece of paper, or if you have a phone or a computer nearby, just tally them up. And once you have that completed, that is going to take you about 4 games, a little over an hour to do, and you are going to get 10 team affinity points, in which you are going to get a free pack, which is going to give you 4 NAT players, 2 silver players, and 2 bronze players. And those are going to shave off at least 2,000 stubs off of each collection, potentially even more depending on what team it is and what players that you pull. For example, there are some silvers that go for a bunch. A team that this is really going to be viable for is the Orioles, and if you pull one of those silvers, you could get a Michael Gibbons that goes for 750 stubs, and the bronze cards go for a ton, 500 stubs for a bronze card. So make sure and do that for all teams. The moments don't really factor in, because if you do one of those and the moments, it's only going to get you to 8. So make sure and get that done. And speaking with that, with duplicate NAT players, because you are going to eventually stack some of these. Let's say if you pull the same 2 silvers out of that pack, which is annoying because you can only collect one of them, then what I would recommend that you do is to put those cards in exchange packs. I think that this is going to be a great way for you to potentially pull cards that you are going to need. Remember, the way this is going to work, you have these NAT cards that can't be sold, they can't be, done anything with the duplicates. And instead of quick selling and only getting 100 stub value, let's say if it's a silver that is worth 750 stubs and you already collected it, you are still at least getting value out of it, other than just quick selling it. You're getting the full value out of the silver card, and then put it into these packs. You could get somebody for the team you're trying to get the collection done with, or it is still going to be stubs, because these cards come out sellable. So you could put these on the market, and then you can go after a player that you actually want. So I'm sure you have a ton of NAT players, and if you're not interested in the team affinities, if you'd rather get some of the collections done, which is more so what I'm leaning towards right now. I kind of want to get the collections done because I want to get my XP up, which is another reason to do collections other than just getting the players, which are great, of course. Make sure and do that. Do this, the bronze to silver exchange, do the silver to gold exchange. You could make a bunch of stubs to get more cards. You could pull a great gold like a Joey Gallo that goes for 6,000 stubs, or like I said, you could get a gold card that goes for the team that you're looking to actually do the collection with. So another great tip that you guys can do right there there. If you have not done this, you should have done it either way, but make sure and play these first inning program for the Granderson and the Kerry Wood. Obviously, it's a free 85 overall diamond, which they're pretty good. I mean, Granderson's on my bench, Kerry Wood is in my pen, but you also get packs within there, which is going to be pretty much the team affinity packs. You're going to get the same, 2 silvers and the same 2 bronzes, and you're going to get 3 of those packs, 3 Cub packs and 3 Yankee packs. And once again, you're almost bound to pull duplicates out of those, out of 6 silver cards. And once again, those are going to be perfect for the exchanges, going to give you more stubs, going to give you a chance to get the cards that you actually need for a collection. So make sure to do that if you have not yet. Next up, something I want to talk about. This is going to make collections just a whole lot cheaper because you're getting stubs back for the cards that you're collecting. Remember, if you just have one card that you collect, for example, this Andrelton Simmons, I can't do anything with him, and he's already collected. So you might as well throw them in other collections because you can't quick sell just one of them. So make sure go through the trophies. There's one right here, 30 gold players. It's going to give you 1,000 stubs, which might not seem like a lot, but it's 1,000 stubs knocked off one team collection. Also make sure do all the creative player ones. You're going to knock these out as you get more collections done, and these give you great stubs. The bronze is 900 stubs right there. The silvers is going to give you 750, and then for the gold players, that's going to give you 1,500. So all in all, that is a ton of stubs that you're going to get back, and if you haven't collected these, you have tons of stubs just sitting and waiting there. So by all means, if you have not done this yet, make sure to do so. Also, the starter collections, there's a couple in there that we've talked about, and the legends and flashbacks, this is something that is going to be important because I think they're going to do something like the Honus they did last year, but also you get stubs and XP back, and sometimes packs in this case as well. For example, you're going to get some cards from the collections like this George Foster, this Matt Williams, this Mark Burley, and they go into more collections. So as you get them done, make sure add them into those different sets, and you're going to get some also good rewards alongside with them. Talking about the best way to get these cards, obviously market. Shouldn't have to tell you that. Also shouldn't have to tell you to put in buy orders. You are doing yourself a disservice. If I were to buy Jose Iglesias for 550 stubs opposed to 675, that is 125 stubs that I'm saving. If you took 125 times the silvers, that is nearing 500 stubs, and 100 for every bronze, you're saving thousands of stubs by putting in buy orders. You might think it's going to take a long time. It does not. There's so many people on this game. It's brand new. Tons of people are playing it. Also, a lot of people are home right now because a lot of people are off school, off work because of, what's going on, and it just makes the market really, it's bumping. The market is bumping pretty much at all times, so make sure and put orders in. In terms of what time of the day I would recommend that you buy cards, I would say during the day. I flip cards a lot of times during night because typically that is when I notice the gaps are higher. There's a bigger disparity between the buy now and the sell now price, and there is also general trend of cards going for higher prices than they would in the morning. For example, some guys that I always flip, Wilson Contreras, he almost always goes for at least 2,000 during the night when I flip. Otani's always like 2.5. I have these numbers remembered in my head just because I flip these cards so much. It's usually the same guys that move. Pretty much think of any gold player, they are cheaper during the day, so make sure and do that during the daytime if you are going to pick one or the other. And in general, this is just going to get you stubs back if you look at the other things. Don't be despaired by how much a collection may cost. Even if we look at the Orioles, after all these rewards, you're getting a ton of XP. First of all, it's just going to help you out probably even more than the stubs. Going to give you more stubs, more packs, more players that are going to help out your team, which at the end of the day is the biggest goal. That's why you're completing the collections, is to get good players. But you get 2,100 stubs back for every collection that you do after you collect everything, which if you think about an Orioles team, which doesn't go for a whole lot, goes for under 10K, that's probably a fourth of the collection you're getting back from this reward right here. So that is a great way to think about it. It's not as expensive as you may think, especially for those cheaper collections. Of course, it might not put much of a dent into the Angels where you have Trout and Rendon, but something else, if you do the Team Affinity goals, the Team Affinity missions, which I highly recommend that you do, this is going to give you 10 program points, and if you do the collection afterwards, you're going to get an additional 20,000 stubs. So it's just another added incentive, which is going to make it cheaper. Like I said, I got 2,100 for the Orioles and an additional 2,000 if you were to do the mission and the innings, and that is basically half price that you get some of these ones without golds or with just 1 or 2 golds. So it's going to be a lot cheaper. Really recommend that you guys do this. I'm going to go through here pretty soon and get teams done like the Rockies, for example. The ones that I haven't collected yet, I have more than half of the teams collected. Pretty much I only have the really expensive ones left. I have the Indians, that's the only one left in the AL Central, but there's Lindor, which goes for a little bit. Otherwise, most of these are pretty expensive. The Diamondbacks aren't too bad, neither are the Padres or the Cubs, but yeah, I've gotten the not so bad one. I've gotten the Yankees and Red Sox. Those are kind of expensive, but still got some more work to go. And that's gonna about do it for this video. Like I said, unfortunately, there's no huge tip like there was last year with how collections work. If you collected a card, you could still quick sell it and still get the stubs. So if you collected a diamond for the Angels, let's say Andrelton Simmons, you could collect him, quick sell it for 5,000 stubs, which is pretty much what he was going for on the market at times too, and then still get credit for collecting him. Unfortunately, it's not like that anymore. Like I said, they might change it at some point during this year. So if you're watching it and they did change it, make sure to look out. I'll probably have another video if they do that, but I don't think so. It seems, unfortunately, that this is how they're going to go with it. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like down below. Thank you all for watching this one. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes some Saudi. Yeet.